Mohamed. You're tuning in to KarmaloopTV. Today we got a special guest in the building. We have the BKMC, Mr. Talib Kweli in the building. How you doing, man?
What up, man? How you feeling?
Good. Let's get it started, man. And this is a hip hop question. I know you probably get this a lot, but you know, if people want to know this from just Kweli's mindset, how do you feel about the current state of hip hop in general, overall?
I love it. You know, I'm always a fan of the current state of hip hop. In this technological age, there's no excuse for just listening to the radio, watching TV, and say, "Oh, I don't like hip hop." Whatever. I can't even listen to somebody who just does that. Music is too accessible these days for you to listen to whatever the radio chooses for you to listen to and make a judgment.
Right. And speaking of limitations, I know people label you as a conscious rapper and this and that, and that's just pretty much putting you in a box. And I know that, you know, as far as the balance between creating music that's, you know, that you love and at the same time trying to appeal to this like mainstream audience.
Well, you know, I don't see any value in myself, Talib Kweli, at this stage in my career creating music for a strip club. So I make music that's for a different time of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the music I make, I like to make music that you can get live on stage with. But at the same time, the messages and the values of my music are not the messages and the values that are in the traditional like celebratory hip hop song.
Right.
You know, and the reason I make statements like that is to show people the difference, is that you can appreciate things for what they are, and there's a time and place for everything. But the problem we have in the business is that the things that belong in a strip club at 3 in the morning are being played in the morning and in the afternoon and in the evening and in the drive time and everything. That's the real problem. Not that these artists are making these songs. People, all these college people and academics who want to come down to these artists, and Nelly, why are you making these songs, and 50 Cent, we hate you, and all this. It's corny, man. It's like these are young people expressing themselves, and you got like, it's about whether or not that expression gets sold and how it gets sold and how it gets out to the people.
One of my favorite material or stuff that you dropped within the last year or so was the Madlib Liberation, and I know that you made that accessible. It was at one point downloadable online. You know, what was the reason for you know, putting it out there and also making it so accessible to the online community and the public?
I just thought it would be cool to have an album called Liberation, because he's Madlib and I'm Talib, and Liberation, and the word liberation means freedom, and I just thought it'd be cool to give it out for free. I just thought that'd be something cool to do.
Dope. Yeah, and it's a great record, by the way. It's amazing. Cool. And also speaking of records, Train of Thought is one of my favorite, you know, records that you dropped, and there's a track called African Dream on there. It's like a little snippet, and it's an African proverb that you mentioned that has stuck with me for the longest time. This is, you can talk, you can sing, if you can walk, you can dance. I mean, what is your thoughts about that? Like, why were you you said it a couple of times in that track. What's the reason for putting it out there?
Well, when I read that proverb, it stuck with me as a Ghanaian proverb, and it's basically speaking to who I am as an artist. Is that I'm not naturally gifted at music or dance or anything rhythmic like that. I'm more of like a heady person, but you know, I love it, and my love for it has created this ambition that has been like unstoppable. And I truly believe that it speaks to people living by their limitations and think, well, I can't do that. Well, there's no way I could do that.
Right.
And it's like, if you can talk, you can sing. Like if you have the ability to talk, then you can learn how to do this. And to limit yourself is just kind of foolish sometimes.
And then for all the people that admire you and the fans out there, what advice could you give, you know, upcoming MCs, unsigned MCs, about, you know, getting into the game? Like, just if you had to just sum it up in a nutshell, like, this is what you can do, some positive words for them.
I mean, at this stage in the game, man, just do it yourself. It's like the music business is like the wild, wild west at this point. There's no rules, and the people who are trying to adhere to the rules, their business model is crumbling. And you know, if you can use technology and use like all these things that are happening to build a buzz around yourself that's unparalleled. And anyone, you know, it's about grind and ambition. It's not about who's the most talented at all. There's plenty of talented broke people in the world. It's about who works the hardest, you know, and who works the smartest.